Hi everyone, my name is Eric Rassinen and this is my presentation on enhancing motivation in high school populations. Did you know that 40% of high school students are chronically disengaged from school? Well, believe it. According to a 2003 National Research Council report on motivation, that's a fact. A very alarming fact that shocked me. You may be asking, how is that even possible? Well, according to studies conducted by the Center on Education Policy at George Washington University, schools have not focused enough on what it takes to motivate students in school. So much emphasis has been placed on standardized tests and raising academic standards. By focusing on the wrong areas, motivation continues to plummet. In fact, until schools, teachers, and parents take steps to address the lack of motivation, no amount of curriculum, better standards, or interaction will be effective. The big question then becomes, how do we motivate high school students in the classroom? I believe it starts with a simple image and the powerful words. I look at this image and I see words such as enthusiasm, imagination, attitude, empowerment, and positive thinking, to name a few. Now I ask you, what words stand out to you? Take a moment and look at it. Now, where does motivation start? It's important to address where motivation starts because motivation, like many other skills, starts at a young age and primarily comes from parents, teachers, and coaches. Motivation can either be encouraged or discouraged based on those experiences. I know for me personally, growing up, I had motivation at home as well as teachers in the classroom that I really identified with. I know in high school, I was able to identify with a teacher in performing arts or band and then another teacher in culinary arts. They made learning fun and challenging, and the environment was very supportive. I also had coaches on the sports field that took those same characteristics and applied them to the sports. What can positive motivation accomplish? Well, results. But it can also accomplish higher student achievement, better understanding of concepts that are taught, greater school satisfaction, and lower dropout rates. I call this the perfect storm of motivation. In fact, according to several studies, students are more academically motivated when one of the four conditions are present. When they feel confident enough to complete the task at hand, when they see a direct link between their actions and an outcome in their control, when the task has interest or value to them, and when completing the task brings social rewards such as a sense of belonging to a group or approval from someone they care about. And that could be interesting. That could come from a parent, a coach, a teacher, somebody that has an important influence on the student's life. How can we help students achieve that? Well, we can start with a supportive environment. And I found a video that explains supportive environment that I thought was very interesting and I think we can learn a lot from. So here's some of my thoughts from the video. A supportive environment is a productive environment. By expressing enthusiasm, students feel that energy. Also, mutual respect is important. Respecting students and treating them like adults allows them to treat you the same way. Make learning fun. Keeping situations light and fun, students tend to respond better to that environment. An environment that allows for creativity and open discussions can increase participation and keep students mentally involved. And finally, emphasis on process of learning. Process of learning is paramount. Schools that reward students for mastering a certain skill, such as reading a book or solving a problem with prizes or privileges, are usually more effective. Rewarding students for reaching a certain level of performance, such as a passing score on a test, is less effective because if the desired results are not met, then they can see it as a negative. Another aspect that I found interesting was the fact of a college-going culture. College-going culture can be used to increase motivation. When students have school, parental, and community support, college is seen as the norm. Higher education then becomes the expectation rather than the exception. It creates an appreciation of academics, a desire to succeed, a drive to attend college and become a lifetime learner, and it also challenges students with college prep classes. This environment is also great for students who may not be considering college, such as low-achieving students, students from middle to low-income families, underrepresented minorities, and students from families where no one has attended college before. Ultimately, it boils down to encouraging students to be themselves and to learn in a way that works for them. Finally, I'm going to leave you with a motivational quote. In order to succeed, we must first believe that we can. I thought this was a great way to end this presentation, because in order for us to be successful, we have to have that faith in ourselves. Having that faith in ourselves is at least the first step, because if you don't have faith in yourself, then you're not going to be successful. Thank you.